Dave and Jem and Cosmender and Arctic and Exis and Space and Cat and Crazy and Slippy and Mel and Pistachio with that raid. Thank you very much. Gaz, thank you. Matey. Thank you, everybody. Mama Wheeze, Epic Monkey. Much love, Cosmender. I will see you very, very soon. I'm gonna grab this one. Tets, thank you for being here.
Good evening, everybody.
Mike, thank you.
Good evening.
Hello,
hello.
Hey.
Hello.
He's a lovely, lovely person, and he will appreciate.
I'm running back and forth. I got home a little late, so I'm still cooking dinner.
What's for dinner?
Curry chicken wings.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be over in 5 minutes.
Hey, it's amazing they wrote this whole Klendathu game in one line of BASIC.
It's a little bit more than that.
As the go-to 10 on line 20, I guess.
Excuse me.
Yeah. See, there's only one line of code.
Very, very efficient.
Yeah, but try listing it 4 on. Oh, and it looks like we have an L. Curtis Boyle with us.
Yes, you do.
Hello,
Hoping Floyd will be
Curtis.
able to pop by.
So we got support, tech support.
Yeah, maybe we can ask him how come a whole game is just one line.
Which one's one line?
Klendathu, they're making fun of the fact that when you list it, it only lists like up to line 3.
Well, obviously, Leo Christopherson was way ahead of his time in doing those, 10-line or less basic things, and they have that super extended category. You can make the line any length you want. That's my theory.
Or maybe every pixel of the character is actually a line of code.
Quite literally, yeah, because it uses the tokenized the tokens themselves to do the data.
Well, we're gonna have a full house tonight.
Cool.
What's the other game besides Klendathu?
Gym Quest.
Greetings, everybody.
Hey, Bob.
Hello,
Hello.
You hook up a better mic.
I'm debating.
Yeah,
I'm debating.
Would you hook up a better mic? Jeez.
What
What is
type of
this?
mic? What do you have?
Just a laptop right now. I'm hooking up a webcam to put in my near me, just for better audio. I assume my audio is kind of crap right now.
I got earphones, so I can't tell the difference.
Oh, so it sounds okay to you?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I do.
I mean, it's
Sounds
a little
good.
bit, it's a little bit roomy, but yeah, it's okay.
Well, how's it sound now?
That's better. Not as roomy.
Yeah. Just a camera on a tripod that has a built-in mic, so. All right.
Should I stop by and get a pizza? Oh, why not?
Depends if it's like Jimmy John's or Papa John's rather, or something good.
Well, it's pretty good. It's the
Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
oh boy, that's funny. Unless it's true.
Okay, where am I?
Hey, how are you? Good.
Whoops. Is this? Oh,
Oh, you familiar with Chuck E. Cheese?
Wait.
anytime we want, or
Yeah, on Klendathu.
Yeah, short or long, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you can survive the longest with.
If you pick long, like 5, they'll give you the best chance at a high score.
You know,
And Mark B, do you know where to find the instructions for Gem Quest?
expertise.
I haven't messed with it yet.
Yes.
And I'm not.
I put it in the Game On Challenge channel a while ago, but I don't know if you caught it.
Well, so far I have not survived the first drop yet, so should be exciting.
I've really found the key to getting a high score at Klendathu is look for the waves where you have the queen bugs, the orange ones. That's where you get the most points. Like what I'm fighting right now. You can find usually multiple of these. You might have to dip in and out of areas to find them, but these give you the most points. They're annoying though because they're almost always accompanied with the warrior bugs that are real hard to kill if they decide to just keep shooting over and over again.
I don't know if you guys know, but I'm ordering a carbonara pizza.
Getting that for everybody.
A carbonite pizza?
Carbonite? No, carbonara, like the noodles.
So it's just like a fancy frozen pizza then, if it's a carbonite pizza.
Not frozen. Homemade, homemade, and right in front of me. My local pizzeria.
Better have enough for everyone.
It's a small pizza, so everybody will get a tenth of a slice.
You can get more.
Oh no. Is there a pause feature on this game?
Which one?
Klendathu.
Was there, Ken? I can't remember from the manual if there was or not.
No. Just go into the main, get out of there, like hit the clear button to leave the screen, and then just nothing will happen to you on the main screen there.
Right.
The time's still going to tick down though, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not technically a pause feature, but it you don't die.
Off the farm, killed by bugs.
Get the hang of Gem Quest there, Ken?
Yeah. I've played this game a bit before.
Care to explain this?
Explain what?
Sure.
I don't see your screen. Which is your screen? Don't use the colon after arcade.
That wasn't me.
Okay, then it's Curtis.
Hey, you were there. Question?
Again, you were breaking up.
Yeah, you guys are cutting out on me too. It's probably on my side, my luck. Sleepy, did you get that running it through G Shell or did you try running it manually?
Shell. I did the CD in the games and CD in the level 2, then CD in the arcade. Typed them best.
The heck?
Yeah, there's another directory you got to go in. It's easier to do it from G Shell though than doing it from the regular shell. But in this case, just change the directory to, I think it's just GemQuest. Just do a dir just to make sure I got that right. Yeah, just so it's CD GemQuest.
Oh, that's why, because GemQuest.
Yeah, you went to the arcade directory. That just has all the arcade games. It's a lot easier to do it from G Shell itself because it's just, click and double click.
Well, no, I didn't do it. I just did it from. Because instructions on how to run this.
Oh, I thought Ken
Did you watch my video?
No.
I watched your video, Ken, and I was able to set it up doing that.
Okay, good.
Although I actually, the one thing, and you can probably see it in the challenge chat, my MPI config thing was set differently than it was in the incorrect slot. So that was like the one thing I had to fix. But you didn't mention that in your video, but you also should have assumed it was I assumed it was pointing to the first slot anyway, so that was my bad.
But I was able to get the rest of it. If I did have to use.
Yeah, so if you just type GemQuest by itself now, it should run from there, I'm guessing. So it looks like your composite. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, right, because G Shell is the one that creates the graphic window it needs. That's why. Yeah, just use G Shell. It's a lot easier. This is like going back to DOS and having to do all your auto exec config.sys crap.
I don't miss that.
How do I
just type G Shell right from here. It won't keep the directory, unfortunately. It'll go back to the root, but we'll get you there. Looks like it should echo off too. G Shell will fix that as well. Okay, are you running an emulator or real hardware?
Fortunately, I'm in VCC.
Okay, swap your monitor type. Okay, but GemQuest itself, I don't know how playable it'll be with wrong colors. You can try it. Because you can change it afterwards too, so. Okay, click on the DD drive.
I'm trying to figure out how to click.
But you're no longer on XRAR. You're on VCC now. Sleepy.
If you make it's a lot easier if you make your mouse your joystick. See, I'm not just another pretty face.
And games, double click. Level 2, double click. Arcade, double click. GemQuest folder, double click. And double click the GemQuest icon. Ugh, colors are gross. Okay, if you hit the home key until you get to a shell, or clear key, or whatever your equivalent is set up in your version of VCC.
Oh.
Usually it's home. It depends on your keyboard, though, or your machine.
And just a little trick for anybody that may be playing this with 6809 set on their emulator, or even with 6509, or 6809 or 6309. I don't know. I'm so confused.
He's been drinking, folks.
Absolutely.
Let go of the whiskey.
I've been drinking for like a week now. So, anyways, if you're running it on 6309 or 6809, if you turn something on like the bouncing ball demo in the background, it actually slows the game down a bit. Because Curtis has made this game a little bit overly efficient, so it goes a little fast.
Actually, I've slowed it down. Because when
if
Floyd
you want to
wrote
slow
the
it
original,
down a little,
when
I'm just
Floyd
saying,
wrote
if
the
you want
original
to-
version of the
yeah.
game here, none of the speed ups that have been happening with Nitrous 9 or the Christmas demo or a bunch of other things that happened yet. So he wrote it for that CPU or that version of OS 9.
yeah.
And now that everything runs so much faster in graphics now, it was too fast. So I added like sound when you're walking and stuff here just to slow it down a bit.
You can also slow it down a little bit more if you run something like the bouncing ball demo on a different screen. So
yeah. There's a few ways you can do it. You can actually quickly run base 9, do the slowdown poke, and like cut it in half too.
well, you can do that, but this is probably just easiest to open another window and start another program.
True. I mean, for the Game On Challenge, I would probably recommend the 6809 version because that's closer to Floyd's original speed, even with the sound stuff added.
You can put a 555 timer on the halt line with a
Yeah, there you
knob
go.
so can-
So open up your computer and
All right, Sleepy, have you figured out where your clear key equivalent is?
Oh, which keyboard mapping should I use?
OS 9. There should be what is it, natural OS 9 or something?
Natural or compact?
natural.
Compact
Well,
is
then
if you
your
have a
home-
laptop or something that only has limited keys.
Yeah, natural. If you're using natural, home should be your clear key.
Nope.
That works for Ken. It works for me.
You got to shoot those things because if you just run into them, they take your health down.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, okay. Well, turn your joystick on. Turn it back over to your joystick, and then you can just play the game.
The left or right?
I don't know what you
what?
hit the button on. Whatever you hit the button on is what it's set for now. Because when you first start GemQuest, it just asks you to click the button on the joystick you want to use. That way you can leave your mouse as a mouse, and then you can use the other one as a joystick. I don't know why I can't get the clear key to work, though. That's weird. Which version of VCC are you running?
2.10D.
I think it's the same one I am. Which is an old one, because they're on 2.1.91 or something.
Well, this is a question for Jim Rye, since I think
What's
Jim's
the question?
Slippy can't figure out why. Well, we can't figure out why the clear key doesn't work, or the home key doesn't work as the clear key like it does on everybody else's on Sloopy's VCC.
Do you have it mapped to natural? Your keyboard? I think because it works here. Let me take a look. Yeah, it should be. If you go into the key map, it should go to natural. That should map it to your home.
That's what I
home key.
selected.
I don't know what to tell you then.
We've discovered the Sloopy bug.
Yep. He's like cursed.
You don't have shift lock on or something like that, do you?
Is this like a 100 key keyboard, or is it a compact one that doesn't have a numeric keypad or anything?
The 104.
Yeah, home should work. Okay, try this, Slippy. Hit the E key for exit the game.
I'm trying something else first.
Okay. Have we officially started yet? I don't think we have we?
Technically, yes, but we have not done the.
Okay, because I'm not seeing anything on Twitch as far as streaming.
What does the clear key do on GemQuest?
Oh, nothing in GemQuest.
Twitch-
I just wanted to get him to another window so you could change the monitor type to RGB so we can get some decent color.
Twitch has gotten really weird, and you kind of you have to refresh your screen to make anything work anymore.
But yeah, I did get the notification, Twitch, that the show started.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just thought we were stalling for time.
Nope.
Well, we kind of are. We're waiting for the intro.
Yeah, but
Bye. That's tomorrow.
lately we haven't been doing the intro till the end of the show.
Bye.
Oh,
That's a new tradition.
Just you're starting in media res. It's okay.
so at what point should I try it and attempt to do a reading?
Well, have you figured out where to
How
find
about
it?
now?
Are you going to read Klendathu?
Yeah, I suppose I can. Before we'll get as far as I can before I break down to a big coughing fit.
Well, you didn't read it last week?
No, I called in sick last week.
Did you get paid?
Nope. And I had to pass on Saturday's show.
All right.
Yeah, we
So I
don't
do have the
offer much
GemQuest
noise sick leave.
instructions up. I can read those, though I'll skip chunks of it, and I'll probably skip quite a bit of it because it's pretty long. So you want to do Klendathu and I'll do GemQuest?
All right. Let me.
Okay, did your trick work,
Is
Slippy, or no?
GemQuest as long as Klendathu's book?
I don't know.
Well, you've seen the instruction manual for Klendathu, haven't you?
It
Okay, it's
is
5 printer pages long.
This
Klendathu's
PDF,
like 11 or 12.
15.
15.
Okay.
15 pages?
15
Yep.
pages.
Half of that is like parts of Heinlein's novel. So
Yeah, maybe just skip that part.
Okay.
Oh, but that's the best part.
I was gonna say, yeah, the power armor part. I was really impressed. They left in basically the entire description of the novel for that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they licensed it.
What do I do here?
What are you doing?
Die.
I didn't see. Looks like you opened up a shell
Yes,
in another window.
evidently.
Just type EX. Okay, hit the S key. Type mon-type space R.
That again?
Type mon-type, MONTYPE. Space R. EX.
Mon, like it's a montage.
Oh. That's so great.
Now double click on GemQuest and it should start the game.
And once you see the little guys, it'll say press fire button. So whatever you've got your joystick configured port-wise on VCC, press the joystick button for that, and it should automatically go to that side. There you go. Back to you, Mark.
Okay. Klendathu. Catalog number 262567. Nice graphics.
I had that
If
poster.
you want to skip a bit, page 6 is a good starting point. Just saying. You don't have to, but.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole story. They can read it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, go read the original Robert Heinlein Starship Troopers book from 1959, I think you said, Ken?
Yeah, 50s sometime.
Don't watch the movie. Read the book.
I might have the audiobook for it.
There you go. You can just play that for us.
Audible.com.
That might be a copyright.
All right, we'll do strategies later. Okay. The Klendathu game, a video game for the TRS-80 color computer. Yeah, not anybody else. Klendathu is a video game for the TRS-80 color computer 16K cassette tape system. The basic game was designed with embedded machine language routines and offers effects throughout the offers sound effects through the television speaker. Based on the Robert A. Heinlein's novel Starship Troopers, Klendathu demands the coordination of firepower, suit energy, and time limitations for each MI drop. The program includes on-screen bar indicators monitoring the fire, suit, and time remaining. The game can be played by 1 or 2 players, either using a joystick or the color computer keyboard.
Keyboard.
And here's the first coughing fit.
Relatively quiet.
It's called mute.
No, it's called mucus.
Okay. Loading the game. Yeah, it's gonna load like any other cassette tape loading a basic game. And I noticed he managed to get this entire game in one line of code.
Yeah,
That's
this was an
pretty
early
amazing.
one-liner game. It was an early one-liner.
That's amazing.
One of the best.
All right, playing Klendathu. Once Klendathu program is loaded, the first thing you'll see is a title screen, a colorful Punyan type screen with green bugs. I didn't notice green bugs.
If you didn't green bugs, then you're on the wrong color set.
I guess I was thought they were purple. Okay. The title screen, at the title screen, press clear. Just press clear on the color computer keyboard, and a question will be displayed, easy or hard. On VCC, typically the home key is the clear, except for Sloopy. For your first try, they recommend E for easy. Now the screen asks you to choose a game time from the following 1 through 5. Let's pick a shorter game, 2. The screen will now read joysticks or keyboard. For this game, type J to use the joystick. Note, if you choose to play with the keyboard by pressing K for the last question, the next screen will not appear since only one player can use the keyboard at a time. Obviously, it was not well designed because there's other games that use 2-player on one keyboard. Let's see. Your next screen will ask you the number of troopers in this drop. 1 or 2. Well, I'm thinking they're going to be just a bit outnumbered. Type 1, you'll see the score display screen. Oh, is that what I was doing wrong? This score display will be updated after each drop. Since you have to live through the drop to earn any credit. Note, both the fire and the suit register 25,000. This number is a constant for all MI drops. The time limit here will be set to 10,000. Option 2 in the game screen, this number will vary according to the time chosen for each drop, from 5,000 for a 1 to 25,000 for 5. Pressing the spacebar will move to the planet grid. Was that what that was? I thought I was trying to shoot bugs there. Let's see. You are the green figure. There again, I wasn't green. In the MI in the upper left corner. Move through the 4 rows of 7 blocks each, up, down, across diagonally, using the arrow keys on the color computer keyboard. Notice that even though you may have selected joystick before, this screen still uses keyboard. Using the arrow keys, notice that your spectacle sensor is indicating which of the 28 blocks have bugs by flashing the word bug in red all over those areas of the planet's surface. Those locations which show no activity may have underground bug groups which will surface during your drop. Move to one of the bug locations and press the clear key. Even though they disappear, by the time you get over there, it's gone. Once you're on the planet's surface, use your joystick to move about the screen. You are the crosshairs on the screen. Watch out for bugs crawling down from the top of your screen. Activate your torch by pressing the red button on the joystick or by pressing enter if you're not using joysticks. Was that what it was? Kill as many of the bugs as you can, but be sure that no bug warriors crawl close to the suit. Fire. Say what now? Kill as many of the bugs as you can, but be sure that no bug warriors crawl close to the fire, suit, and time bars at the. I think they're. Are we missing a word somewhere there?
It's just worded weirdly. They're talking about don't let them get close to the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Okay. But be sure no bug warriors crawl close to the fire suit and time bars at the bottom of the screen. If one does, this means they're getting too close to you. And if they fire, you've bought the farm, and the screen will read, you have bought the farm. Killed by bugs. To continue, press the space bar. Or in this case, you head to the space bar. The game will return you to the Klendathu title screen and begin again. After you've killed all the bugs on a screen, press clear. This returns you to the planet grid. You can also press clear to return to the planet grid if the action gets too hot for you in a location, and then return to the same location or move to another place. Choose another block of Klendathu's surface where the bugs have been sensed, and press clear to drop. Scour this area of bugs, progress through the maze this way, dropping to each infested area and killing as many bugs as possible. Most grid locations do not contain queens, so you may have to shop around to find them. Retrieval. You should ready yourself for retrieval only after your fire is exhausted or when your time is almost up. Check your on-screen fire and for a reading of your remaining power. Be sure to allow yourself enough suit energy and time to make the jump back to the ship. Remember that the suit energy must not be zero as time runs out, or you will not be able to jump up to the recovery ship. Once you've decided to return to the ship, press clear on the keyboard, and this takes you off the surface and displays the planet grid. Again, use your arrow keys to move through the grid down to the block mark end. Now press the Q to move into the score display phase. Press T to clear the time, if any time remains from the drop. If you have completed the drop, the screen will read, you have finished drop number 1. To continue, press the space bar. Or go to the space bar and have a drink. The score display will then register your score and pay for drop 1. Oh, your score and your pay for drop 1. However, if your suit energy was exhausted before retrieval, the screen will read, you have bought the farm. 0 suit energy during jump. To continue, press the space bar. If time has expired, the screen will read, you have bought the farm. You missed the retrieval ship. To continue, press the space bar. In either case, pressing the space bar will return you to the Klendathu's title screen to begin again. And last, if you complete all 3 drops of Operation Bughouse, the screen will read, you have sovereign franchise. You have finished drop number 3 and continue. To continue, press the spacebar. And then they give you directions on how to make a local backup copy or an offsite copy of the cassette program. Yeah. Okay, then there's a section about the authors. One of the book, Robert A. Heinlein, which looks like a photo peeled off of one of his other books. Then Leo Christopherson. And that's about it for this manual. And I be done.
There's nothing in there about the book being licensed. I'm just curious to know if they did this legally.
Believe it was.
Let me take a look.
This Radio Shack did sell it.
But I don't. What's not included in the copy is like the very, very back. Or this is the very back page. There's usually like legal disclaimers and stuff and copyright notices on the back, but I don't see it in this scan.
Nothing about the book being owned by Bantam Books or whatever it was.
No. Just Moby Games.
I'm bad at this.
So we got 9 people on here.
Oh,
Sup, nerds?
Got the full
What's
Hollywood
up?
Squares.
See, I am not green. Now I'm green.
Fixed it.
Yep.
Like, really, the two biggest things you can do to survive in Klendathu is just be a coward. If the bugs get anywhere near the bottom of the screen and you don't think you can catch them all, just hit clear and get out.
And
Like,
keep
seriously,
keep your finger on the clear button when you're warping into a section 2. And if there's lots of bugs, just leave immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you pop in and you see a bunch of them, you can just hit it again and get right out. I don't think I've ever died doing that, just getting back out again immediately. Because like you'll even when I was actually afraid, like when you're setting the time to 5 and I was like, oh, I'm gonna run out of fire before I do time. Unless you are holding the button down the entire time, you'll run out of time first. And that's the other thing. Just make sure, like Coconut Bob here is about to run out of time. You need to hit home and get out of there and get to the clear, or you're not going to be able to get out. Go to the end square at the opposite end of the screen, and then hit Q.
Q. All right.
You can hit Q. You can hit T to cancel out the rest of your time. But that's like the big thing. Like, always be ready to hit home to get out of a battlefield, and just make sure that you exit on time. And just doing that, you'll survive. Like, you'll get through all 3. And on top of that, if you can just you don't have to stay in an area with bugs. If you're just fighting, you drop in a space and you're just fighting the regular bugs. Don't be afraid to pop out and just go to another area and look for the queens. Look for the queen bugs, because those are the ones that'll give you the most money. Or score, or whatever.
Who said that using the mouse as a joystick?
Hey, Sloopy, I don't know if it matters, but you're spotlighted on the stream. So they're just watching that attract mode over and over.
Well, the good thing is that I just finished. That also means. There we go.
There.
Using the mouse is terrible.
But don't tell him. It's highlighted.
No, don't tell me that you're watching me.
And flee. Oh God.
Shoot, I did that in the wrong order. That was dumb. I'm rusty on this thing.
This is also now the highest score I've got on Gem Quest. I think I've actually made it to the third area.
Time to switch to Neutroid.
Oh wow, you can mess yourself up immediately on the first screen here. I used the wrong key. I can't get to any other keys.
Oh shit.
Here.
Is my screen still being shared?
What the heck is that?
Curtis, I see your screen.
Okay, yeah, because I got disconnected briefly there. The whole internet went down for a few seconds.
It's the cold weather in Saskatoon.
Shouldn't be. It actually warmed up. You little there.
I'm gonna say one of the things I like about Jump Quest, when I saw it had jumping, I was like, oh, this could be really frustrating, but I like the way how it does like a little predetermined jump.
Yeah, it's always one tile length.
Yeah. So it's fun because like you're like, oh man, this looks really complicated, and then you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna tap 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 all the way across. It's cute.
Yeah.
Ending the room. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, I was so close to beating Floyd.
Floyd, the author.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd pop by today because he was pretty revved up about it, but I don't see him.
I gotta take a screen. This is actually my high score so far in this too.
Yeah, mine went off when we just came back up again.
Well, yeah, because I tried to go on my.
Woohoo! I'm about to beat the second level.
Well, Destiny should be able to set it back.
Level?
Oh, okay.
Level.
Alright, so first off, grab that first key and then go right across to the right side of the screen. Don't go up.
Get the other two keys.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
get
gotta
the
get the 2 keys first.
There must have been rebooted the modem downstairs.
Yeah, there's a spot that I ran into that on the first level or on the second level as well, where I did it in the wrong order and I couldn't get the keys that I needed to get through the level.
Oh, I probably should read the directions on this, shouldn't I?
Somebody should.
Well, let's see. I was figuring out all the different ways you can crash the Nitrous 9. So in the super quick instructions, it says if you're running in the emulator, mount the VHD as hard drive 0. How do you do that? I can mount the DSK, but how do you mount the VHD as a hard drive?
Okay, when you click the cartridge option, which has all the disk drive mountings.
Yeah.
Does it have FD502 drive 0123 and then it also has HD drive 0 at the bottom?
No, I have drive 0 through 3.
Okay, that means do you have the multi-pack enabled?
Yeah.
Okay, when you go through your MPI slots, slot 4 you should have the FD502, which is your floppy drive. Slot 3 should be the hard drive plus Cloud9 RTC.
That's what I'm missing.
So do you want me to read the directions, Mark, or
Yeah, go for it.
I'll read the full ones, not just the little blurb I put in the built-in help. Hey, Gem Quest, copyright 1990 by Floyd, Resler, and I modified it a bit in 2020. Slow it down. And here's the backstory. The Gem of Knowledge has served as the source of ancient wisdom in your village for decades. It has been invaluable in major decisions by the village leaders. Well, a few years ago, the people decided to build a special shrine for the gem. The gem was to be then transported to the shrine. On its way there, however, the gem bearer tripped and dropped the gem. The gem hit the ground and rolled onto an old well, smashing into the side of the well and breaking into many pieces. The bearer was immediately booted into the well to look for it. He didn't survive the fall. It's pretty grim.
I would have, instead of the village elders or leaders, I would have put down the village idiots.
I think it's reserved for the players. Anyway. A man was selected to go into the well via a rope and find as many of the pieces of the gem as he could. Legend said that if broken, the gem could heal itself if all the pieces were placed back together. Expecting to find perhaps some muddy water at the bottom of the well, the man found something entirely different. He found himself in an ancient dungeon. When he returned, he told about seeing strange monsters and pits of fire. He also found a gem piece, but it was being guarded by strange stone-like creatures. Why these creatures guarded it, he did not know. Legend said the gem came from the dungeon you offered. Maybe it came from down there and these creatures were its original guardians. Possibly so, replied the village leader. Why don't you go down and find out? Mother had always said, never speak until spoken to. A wise lady, your mother. And then the getting started part, we're skip because that's basically installation instructions already done for you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, playing the game. When the first screen finishes displaying, you will see your man in the lower left corner. You'll be able to see the following at the bottom of the screen. Gold, this is how many gold pieces you've collected. Health, this is how many health points you have on your current man left. Time tells you how much time is left to complete the level. Score, just a way to give you some idea of how well you're doing. And then there's an icon of your man, followed by ×3. This is how many men you have left. A key, followed by ×0. This is how many keys you are currently carrying. A mace followed by ×1. This indicates the current power of your weapon. And I'll just tell you, when you power up the mace, you actually get an extended range on it. So you can start hitting monsters like 3, 4, 5 squares away. So it's kind of nice to have that. Armor followed by ×0. This is how much armor you are wearing, which will help protect you from getting hit. A gem followed by ×0. This tells you how many pieces of the gem that you have recovered so far. To operate your man, push the joystick left or right to run in that direction. To climb a ladder, push the joystick up or down. To fire your weapon, press button A. That's the red button on a deluxe joystick. To jump, press button B or the space bar. So if you only have a one-button joystick, you can still play. You just have to tap the space bar to jump. Below are some things you will see in the dungeon and their significance. Keys. Keys are needed to unlock doors. Sometimes you will need them to open doors to make it out of a chamber. Doors. These, as you know, need keys to open. Stone monster. These creatures guard the gem pieces. When you enter a chamber with them in it, they begin bouncing around the room. Their presence alone will make it impossible for you to get to the gem piece. Therefore, you must destroy them all in order to get to the gem piece. They take 6 hits to destroy. I found that you don't always have to hit them all, but anyway.
I've never attacked any of them, and you can just run by them and grab the gem piece.
Yeah. I have killed them sometimes because you get a good score for it, but gem pieces. When you get one of these, you're immediately transported to the next level. To determine which level you are on, look and see how many gem pieces you are and add 1. So if you're carrying 0, you're on level 1. If you're carrying 1, you're on level 2, etc. Chests. Sometimes you'll find open or closed chests. If you find a closed one, you must first hit it with your weapon to open it. Pods. These blue plant things continuously grow and shrink. You can only destroy them when they are fully grown. When you destroy them, a spinning coin will appear. Green monsters. These monsters appear out of nowhere and stalk the chamber you are in. You can kill them with your weapon. Watch out if you run into them or they into you, you will lose health points. Eye monsters. These giant eyeballs follow you. Fire pits. Watch out for the fire pits. If you fall into one, you'll lose a man. It has a nice little animation where you puff up and smoke too. Fire pits with rocks. You'll see some fire pits with rock platforms. Be careful. These platforms appear and disappear. And if you're on one of them when it disappears, you fall into the fire. Statue. The statues are very useful. When you run into one, it comes to life and offers to sell you things. You can make your weapon more powerful, increase your armor, or buy a potion of healing. However, you can only buy one thing from each statue, and once you visit a statue, it disappears from the game. When you visit the statue, an overlay window will appear with the items you can purchase. If a red X appears over an item, then you already have it and you can't purchase it again. To select an item, push the joystick left to right until the item is boxed in, and then press button A. To exit without buying, either move the box to the word exit or press button B. Getting gold. You can get gold in two ways. Getting open chests or killing pods or other monsters and collecting the coins. Also, when you destroy a stone monster, you will receive 20 gold coins. Falling. If you happen to step off the edge of a platform, you will fall. This fall may or may not be fatal depending on how far you fall and how much health you have. I think it's every square you fall, you'll lose 10 health points. Ladders. Once you start climbing a ladder, you won't be able to get off until you reach the ladder's top or bottom. You can, however, start climbing in the middle of a ladder. And I will mention the mazes are set up in such a way that you sometimes have to take a certain route to be able to get to each row, so it's a little bit of a puzzle. Level setup. Each level consists of 9 chambers or 9 screens. You see one chamber at a time. You will most likely have to go through all 9 before finding the gem pieces. Not always. The time at the bottom of the screen is the time you have to complete the level and not the chamber. The time is in real game seconds. By that I mean, when the time says 60, you have 60 seconds left to finish the level. You don't lose any time, however, for animation or screen redrawing. When time reaches 0, you lose a man. You also get a full 240 seconds with each man and level. The game is over when you are either out of men or you've gotten all the pieces for the gem. Hints. Complete each chamber as quickly as possible. That is very true, because random monsters keep spawning, and you can get through the level a lot faster if you kind of know exactly where you're going as soon as it finishes drawing. Also, make a note of any ways you see into the chamber from other chambers, especially if it has a key or other useful items. When jumping over pits, don't keep your finger pressed on the button. I disagree with that. If you're jumping along and a monster suddenly appears on the platform you're jumping to, you won't make the jump and you will fall. That does happen occasionally, but it's pretty rare. Special keys. There are several special key presses you can use while playing the game. Sometimes you might have to hold them down for a quarter of a second or so. P will pause the game. Press any key to continue. R will restart the current level you are on. Q will quit and restart the game from level 1. E will end and exit the game back to G shell, and then you'll be back to normal, or back in the GUI. I think the rest of this is just some notes I put in there. It's released as shareware. Floyd doesn't care if you send him money anymore, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But back in the day, in 1990, he was asking for $5 if you liked it. And I have no idea if that's his current address and phone number. And that's it.
I'm sure the person at that address would be curious as to why they're just getting all these people sending a random money.
I should have changed the damn directions at my address. What the hell was I thinking?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got thousands of dollars by now.
Yeah, I mean, for most of us, it did shareware. Shareware never really made us much money.
Or just a Ferrari.
Oh, come on.
You know, I'm looking at the game over screen here, and I thought it was like a decorative block, and I'm just realizing now that it's your guy climbing up a ladder on each one.
Oh, when you mean the border on the game over screen?
Yeah.
It changes to a random one each time, actually. Just picks a random tile, and that's what it fills it with.
Okay.
And Floyd did that in a lot of his games. He did that in his Space App game, too.
Okay.
Oh, I can't get past that, actually. Shoot. Also, monsters cannot go sideways over top of a ladder. There too. And for those wondering, this game is written in BASIC.
I was going to ask if this was had any machine language in it.
Nope, none. It's just BASIC 9.
You said OS9. This is OS9 basic. Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I had to slow it down from Floyd's original. Just because the OS has had so many speed ups since then.
So it's not even compiled basic?
Well, it's packed, so it's kind of compiled, yeah. It's not a full
So it
compiler.
runs
but
really
it's a
good for a straight basic game.
Basic 09, isn't it?
Yeah.
How different is basic extended basic?
Quite a bit.
Much faster, for one.
There's one rock monster done. And the second's done.
Okay, so where's that game located at on OS9?
In games, level 2, arcade.
Are you going through the GUI or?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Makes it a lot easier. How do you have to set the screen type and a whole bunch of other crap?
I fell in the fire. No fair.
How you bugger? Oh, and self-centering joystick is highly recommended on GemQuest.
Scott Cooper says, "Don't be going through the GUI." someone needs a good waffling.
I don't know why I feel like this game should be playing Christmas music in the background.
Which one?
I do think it's interesting how you can jump on top of you.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a lot of rock platforms. I'm just going down there.
Ah.
Ah, shoot. And for those of you who want to see the more of the game than rather than just go for points, if you want to play another game, you hit yes. You can do continue on the level you left off on.
That would imply I got to level 2.
Well, if you hit to continue, then you'll just start on level 1 again.
Yeah.
Oh, am I trapped? Is there an unfair trap room here? Yes, I thought of it.
Yes, there is.
So does this mean I managed to get 750?
Yeah, you can sometimes get trapped, like if you get the keys out of sequence, you open the wrong doors in the wrong sequence, for example.
No, that was like there was a bunch of platforms that went down, and when I turned around and tried to jump back out, I couldn't because there was a platform above me. So I actually couldn't leave. I had to hit R.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time I'd encountered that. Yeah, I found that. I hit one where I was out of order on the key, but that was like I was physically blocked from getting out of the area I got myself into. How many weeks in a row is this where we have games that have rooms that screw you over? Well, no, I guess Klendathu, you can't. You're free there, but I mean, with like Dark Pit, Attic,
Yeah.
the Wizard's Quest, and this.
Yeah, I just got caught on the Dark Pit one.
Some room.
But Wizard's Quest didn't really have rooms that screwed you over. It just was an entire game that screwed you over.
There literally is a room.
Every room.
Like if you were in the basement.
Yeah, there is one where you fall down the
that's
grate
that.
and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that one when that happened, I was like, I'm just gonna kill as many enemies as I can and see where that gets me for my score.
I think I'm getting tired because I keep falling into fire pits.
Yeah.
Does this one actually save your high scores, or do you have to?
It saves them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save the disc.
Yay! I don't have to take a picture right now. And find what I did with my camera.
Congrats to Coconut Bob, who finished an entire campaign.
I made lieutenant. A third drop, I didn't get a single queen though.
Yeah, that's like when I start. What time were you playing on?
I think I did 3 that time.
Yeah, you to really get like the best score, you have to do 5, because that gives you time to like hunt around to look for areas with queens.
Well, it's fun, but it's not that fun.
There's a whole bunch of games that we play in these challenges that like I kind of think to myself, wouldn't this be neat if like they remade this? Like some of the stuff that's not like a straight up arcade clone, but stuff like this that's sort of like, oh, this is neat.
Yeah.
I could see like playing a modern game that's sort of set up like this. I'm sure there is stuff like this.
I mean, it's kind of like Space Invaders.
You know what what it reminds me of a little bit, like the map screen. It's sort of like the old Star Trek, where it's sort of you're moving around looking for like enemies and stuff, and then you go into the square and do stuff.
Yeah. That was one of my first games I typed in back in the day. My first color computer magazine was it Bill Barden's Star Trek, Color Trek, I guess. Many, many, many hours of fun. Wait, I think I took a screenshot already.
It's a little bit like Star Raiders too.
Yeah, I think there's several games that have that move around on a tactical map and then engage. Like for some reason, like I'm also thinking of, even though it's not like a color computer, but like it also reminds me of Solaris on the Atari 2600, which was basically, that was Doug Neubauer, right? So like it was sort of like a spiritual successor kind of thing that was kind of the same way.
Yeah. I like that's the kind of game I've always enjoyed as an arcade game, is the one where you have like the big map that you got to go around and fight things on. And ooh, what are you playing, Jim?
Sentinel.
Oh, this is bad.
It's a Jim Gary game.
Geez, that game looks like it's written in BASIC, Bob.
It looks like it, but it was a bin file, I swear.
It moves like it was made in BASIC. I mean, compared to the one that Jim's playing, and that's a BASIC game.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't keep it from being kind of hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's hard. I'm just saying that
Mhm.
that it's moving way better than the one Bob's playing.
It was
No.
bad. Well, I mean, I'm not playing it anymore, but yeah. Wait.
Oh, Dr. Ted, you're playing the other game that I almost chose.
Yeah, I noticed it was also by Floyd, so I was like, oh, I should probably click on this and see what this is. This is like Gauntlet.
Yeah. Another one where you can screw yourself over if you don't use the keys on the wrong doors.
All right, so if I go on these pads, this will speed me up, right? If I go through all of these arrows there, we
Yeah,
got...
just slide basically.
Eh,
Yeah,
I'm
Floyd's
gonna
got
run
4
off to
games
bed.
on EOU right now. He's got Dungeon Depths, which is what you're playing, Gem Quest, Space Zap, and Magic Stones, which is a strategy style game. And he's got 1 or 2 others I haven't been able to find again yet.
I think I'm gonna break some brownies.
So this is like Gem Quest, except there's no gravity.
Oh, Bob, you're playing the waffle game now?
Apparently.
That you better just don't mention the name of the game. That's swearing on this program.
All right.
Waffles.
Yeah, Revenge of the Mutant Waffles or
Waffles.
something, wasn't it?
Waffles and biscuits.
It's like what's the name of this game? Mutant Waffle Revenge or something like that?
Yeah, Revenge of the Mutant Waffles, if I
like
remember
that.
correctly.
Oh, I'm bad at this already.
It's one where you have to remember where the maze goes and everything, and
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
You
Donkey
have
Kong.
to collect the 15 bottles of syrup, apparently. Canadian, I assume?
what makes you think that, eh?
I mean,
Waffle.
syrup capital of the world, no? Okay.
Oh, shoot. I took Die in a Fire, too, literally.
Where else to go?
Anytime the tunnel actually reaches the dotted line on the outside, that's a place you can walk through. Ooh, more syrup. That's the way you came from.
Come on, you stupid plant.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Night.
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 How much syrup does to be?
something like 19 bottles or something like that,
I think it's 15, but
or 15 bottles. I don't know. We played this game a long time ago, and I can't remember much about it, other than a few of the things that are really confusing to try and find.
Nothing you can do about the waffle. You have to.
Yep.
yeah, they take off of your time apparently. Up there, that whatever that number on the left is, health.
I can't remember.
Team's health.
Keep going.
Not going.
Keep going down. There's a bunch more syrup.
That's the end.
Can't go down from there.
Wait a minute.
The syrup is a lie. Barry went that way.
I think I went the other way too. I thought I came from this way. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you came direction.
Yeah, the top room is no other exit. Or I can go here.
Down and left.
Same room.
What if you go up there?
Up
Everywhere
where?
else you've already everything.
Yeah, I've already been all through there. I've been up there. Been up there. Been over here, I think.
Yep.
Try to keep going straight here. I think. I'm trying to remember.
Right. What up?
Yeah.
I already got that one.
Yeah, I got those.
Yeah. Keep going up.
You can't go up any further.
Oh, nope. I guess not. Is that the fatal flaw in this game? Is that there's
It's like the Marble Madness where the level never finishes.
I'm sure there was something you had to do in this.
Maybe you have to go back to the beginning.
How do I toast the waffles? Yeah, maybe
Toaster
once
oven.
you get. I don't know. Nothing else is there. Been over here. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm out for the night. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Hmm. Okay, I guess that was it.
I'm out. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Night.
Oh, I guess I just died.
All right.
Well, waffles.
With everyone leaving, we should end the show, I guess.
Alrighty.
Thank you for joining us for another great episode of the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live, where this week we played there's two great CoCo games, Gem Quest and
GemQuest and Klendathu.
Klendathu. That's it. So join us Saturday when we will be announcing the high score list for Klendathu. We will also be announcing the new game. We'll also, and this is the best part, doing project updates and acquisition. And there's going to be a special announcement in project update. So make sure you're there. We'll also be doing the news with L. Curtis Boyle.
Yep.
Is that a Mexican name?
Sort of.
That's how they start their stuff. It's always El this, El Chapo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be French too.
Well, you
that's
see,
law.
You see, L. Curtis Boyle is L. Curtis is one step below El Jefe.
Notorious Canadian chocolate lord.
Yes.
Actually, since he is Canadian, it's Le Curtis Boyle.
We'd just been pronouncing it wrong.
Yep.
My secret's out.
Then join us next Thursday, 8 p.m. for that wonderful show, the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. So, let's review what we're doing this week. Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, the CoCo Nation. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, the Game On Challenge Live. And if you make sure you attend, you'll be able to hear Ken say,